Hi students, welcome to Evershine Coaching Center. Myself, Shah Faisal sir here. Dear students, today we are going to continue the chapter of class 10th Karnataka State Board SSLC Social Science Unit number 1 Advent of Europeans to India. Dear students, in the previous class we have discussed about the concepts like how was the relationship between India and Europe, and because of what reason that India and Europe trading was been stopped, and which was the place this trading was going on. Understood what happened to that place, and later on to do the business against Spain and Portugal, what attempt they did, and who discovered the new sea route to India. So these are the things we have discussed in the previous class, right? So today we are going to continue this chapter, that is European trading companies. European trading or trade companies. Children, few companies came to India to do the trade. Which were the European trade companies who came to India? Those are Portuguese, then who came? Dutch, and then French, and then English. Children, please make a note of these points. It will be very much important for you. So, which were the European trade companies who came to India to do the trading? Those are Portuguese, Dutch, French, and English. So, these are the main European trade companies who came to India. Now, in this class, we are going to discuss about Portuguese. We are going to discuss about whom? Portuguese. Okay? See children. Now, what about Portuguese? Let me see in detail. Here we are going to study this concept in detail. So, Portuguese were the first to arrive in India for trade and were also the last to leave India by the sea route. Children, here you should be very much careful. Who are the one who came first to India to do the trade? Portuguese. Portuguese were the first who came to India to do the trading, correct? And who are the last to leave India? Portuguese. Children, here you have to be very much careful with one point. Who are the last means actually English were the last who left India, correct? Before independence, can you imagine? Britishers were ruling our country, right? But here, who were the last to leave India? Here one condition is there. What is that condition? Through sea route they are asking. Be careful. Who are the last to leave India through sea route? Who are the last to India to leave sea route? By using sea route? Portuguese. If that sea route doesn't come, then question only will change. Then the complete question will change. Be careful with that part. Understood? So, Portuguese were the last to leave India by the sea route. By the sea route. Most of you will not concentrate on this word. Be careful with this part. Got it? Okay. Now, what happened? After Vasco da Gama, the next person who came, his name is Francisco de Almeida. Please make a note of this point. Francisco de Almeida. Children, once you have to write these names, you know to pronounce. Maybe you may do spelling mistake. That is the reason I am telling you oftenly to write once, Got it? Francisco de Almeida, he came to India and he became the first viceroy of Portuguese. He became the first viceroy of Portuguese power in India. Let me ask you this question, children. Who was the first viceroy of Portuguese in India? Francisco de Almeida was the first viceroy of Portuguese in India. As soon he came, what he did? He made one policy. He introduced one policy. What is that policy? Blue water policy. What is the policy name? Blue water policy. He introduced a policy called as blue water policy. They may ask you the question about this. What do you mean by blue water policy, or what blue water policy describes? Are you getting my point? So, Francisco de Almeida introduced blue water policy. But what do you mean by blue water policy? What is blue water policy? So that you can expect many ways of questions based on blue water policy. So blue water policy is nothing but, it is what he is telling that here to establish supremacy over the sea instead of supremacy over the land. Understood? He's what he's doing? He's saying that we are going to have the supremacy over sea route, over sea, but not an land, but not land. Are you getting, children? Land route is there, sea route is there, but he is telling that we gain the supremacy over sea route, means complete sea route is under us. If anyone have to do any business, understood, through the sea route, from whom they have to seek the permission? From Francisco de Almeida, means from the Portuguese, because Portuguese introduced that route, right? They made that route. Then who is the in charge for that route? Portuguese. Did you understood? So blue water policy is nothing but it is gaining the supremacy over the sea instead of land. He is not gaining the supremacy over land. He is gaining the supremacy over sea route. हक जाता बोलते हैं क्या बेटा? पूरा कंप्लीट जो भी समंदर के इलाके से जो भी चल रहा काम, उसका पूरा कंप्लीट कंट्रोल किसके हाथ में है? पोर्चुगीज के हाथ में है. उन्होंने क्या बता रहे हैं पोर्चुगीज, आई मीन फ्रांसिस्को डे अल्मेडा क्या बता रहे हैं? कंप्लीट सी रूट का जो भी बिजनेस है वो हमारे कंट्रोल में रहेगा. हम लैंड को हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं ले रहे, समंदर को हमारे कंट्रोल में ले रहे. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? दैट इज कॉल्ड एज ब्लू वाटर पॉलिसी, गेनिंग द सुप्रीमेसी ओवर सी इंस्टेड ऑफ supremacy over land. That is called as blue water policy. But he cannot withstand for maximum time. He didn't rule the complete supremacy, or he was not became the viceroy for many years, and later one more person who came as the viceroy of Portuguese in India. Who is that? His name is Alfonso de Albuquerque. Alfonso de Albuquerque. Are you getting, children? Alfonso de Albuquerque. Next, he came, and who came after Francisco de Almeida. First Francisco de Almeida came, then Alfonso de Albuquerque came. Now what he did, children, his name became as a very most important name in the Portuguese. Alfonso de Albuquerque, he is considered as the real founder of Portuguese Empire in India. Are you getting, children? He is known as real founder of Portuguese. Francisco de Almeida is considered as real founder of Portuguese Empire in India. Real founder means he has made so many works. Understood? He changed the complete story of Portuguese. पूरा पोर्चुगीज का जो नक्शा था सब कुछ बदला दिया इसने. समझ में आया बेटा? पोर्चुगीज का नाम बहुत ऊंचा हो गया because he has gained so many things during his time. जितना काम फ्रांसिस्को डे अल्मीडा ने किया उतना काम अल्फोंसो डे एल्बुकर्क ने किया था. Did you understood my point? Understood? So he is called as real founder. In that, let me see some of his achievements. Understood? Why we call Alfonso de Albuquerque as a real founder of Portuguese in India? You can expect a question like this, right? Because here in your textbook they have given only few of his works, achievements, but not much. Let me see which are the achievements. Why he is called as real founder of Portuguese Empire in India. He waged a battle against the Sultan of Bijapur. He did a battle against whom? Sultan of Bijapur. He made a battle with Sultan of Bijapur in the year 1510 and he won Goa. What he did? He won Goa. Now Goa came under whom? Alfonso de Albuquerque. Goa came in the hands of Alfonso de Albuquerque. He made a war against Sultan of Bijapur in the year 1510 and he captured Goa. And later this Goa is made as the administrative center. This Goa is made as administrative center of Portuguese. Administrative center of Portuguese administration in India. Understood? This was made the main center of Portuguese in India. It was a very great work. It was a very great achievement of Alfonso de Albuquerque. Any doubts? Who made the battle against Sultan of Bijapur? What was the result? He won Goa. This is the result. He won Goa is the result. Are you getting, children? And later the Portuguese had absolute monopoly over trade with India for almost a century. Almost a century means around 100 years. They had gained the monopoly over trading in India. जो भी इंडिया के अंदर ट्रेडिंग चलता था, किसके अंडर में आ गया? वो पोर्चुगीज के हाथ में आ गया. पूरा ट्रेडिंग का जो भी बिजनेस है, सब कुछ बिजनेस का मेन इंचार्ज कौन बन गए? पोर्चुगीज. अंडरस्टूड? And their power declined with the arrival of English and French. Later what happened? Around 100 years, they have gained the monopoly to do the trading, and later because of few reasons, their complete empire has broken down. I can give you few reasons. What was the reasons for the decline of Portuguese power in India? For the failure of Portuguese power in India. The first point we can say that the native rulers, means the rulers who are there, who was working under the Portuguese empire, they were weak and inefficient. They became weak and inefficient. And there was a conflict between the rulers only. There was a conflict. उनके अंदर ही झगड़ा था. उन्होंने खुद से आपस के अंदर मोहब्बत नहीं थी उनके अंदर. There was a conflict between the native rulers. पोस्ट के लिए हो सकता, ओहदे के लिए हो सकता. समझ में आया बेटा? Are you getting my point? I want to become main person. I want to become the chief. I want to become the head. Like that. There was a conflict between the rulers, and even they became weak and inefficient. And also some of their Portuguese native rulers, they joined the hands with the Britishers. Britishers क्या किया बेटा? कुछ करप्शन देके, कुछ करप्ट करके उनको, वो जो भी मेन हेड्स थे वो उनके अंडर में ले चुके थे, जिसकी वजह से पोर्चुगीज का जितना भी सीक्रेट था पूरा किसके हाथ में चला गया? इंग्लिश के हाथ में चला गया, जिसकी वजह से इनका पूरा एम्पायर क्या हो गया? खत्म हो गया. कंप्लीट एम्पायर हैज बीन गॉन out from the Portuguese hand. Any doubts? And here we can say that as soon the English and French, they came for the trading, this Portuguese power has declined. The Portuguese power was declined. Any doubts? Did you understood, children? So this is regarding Portuguese. Make a note of the question. Write the European trade companies. Write the European trade companies who came to India for trading purpose. Who came to India for trading purpose. Write the European companies who came to India for trading purpose. Which were the European countries? Which were the European companies who came to India for trading purpose? Portuguese, Dutch, French and English. Children, they may ask you one more question here. Do you know what is that? Write the European countries. Make a note. Write the European countries in ascending order. In ascending order. Understood, children? In chronicle order or in ascending order. Who came to India? Who came to India? Means what? Ascending order means who came first, who came next, who came next, who came next. Or the question can be also asked for you like this. It will be like you choose the correct answers. Either you have to write who gone last, write in that way, write in that order, from the last to first, or from the first to last. They will give all the options, A, B, C, D options they will give. First they may give Portuguese, then instead of Dutch they may give French, then Dutch, then English. Like that they may give you the order. But in that, which is the correct order, you need to identify. Understood? You know all the names. All are the European countries only. All are the European trading companies only. But the condition here is who came first, who came second, who came third and who came fourth. That will be the question. Understood? So you should be very much confident with the answer whatever you are going to give. Got it? Next question. Who were the first and the last to leave India by the sea route? Remember, he is asking by the sea route. Who came first by sea route? Portuguese. Who gone last by the sea route? Portuguese. Understood? This sea route word is very important. Next, who was the first viceroy of Portuguese? Who was the first viceroy? Who was the first viceroy of the Portuguese Empire in India? Of the Portuguese Empire in India. Children, we cannot write empire still because they have not gained monopoly over different things, right? They have not attacked or they have not done the war between any other peoples. So we cannot tell empire now. Later we can say Portuguese Empire. Okay? If you want, you can write, no problem. Understood? Anyways, what was the question I gave? Who was the first viceroy of Portuguese Empire in India? Question mark. Write its achievement. Write its achievement. Means what did he achieve? After he became a viceroy, what he did? What was his achievement? What was his achievement? So who was the first viceroy who became the viceroy of Portuguese in India? Francisco de Almeida. What was his achievement? He implemented blue water policy. That was his achievement. Any doubts? That was his achievement. Next question. What do you mean by blue water policy? What do you mean by blue water policy? So what do you mean by blue water policy? Gaining the supremacy over the sea instead of land. Instead over land. Next question. Who was considered as the real founder of Portuguese Empire in India? Who was considered as the real founder of Portuguese Empire in India? Who was considered as Portuguese Empire in real founder of Portuguese Empire in India? Alfonso de Albuquerque. Alfonso de Albuquerque. Question mark. Write its achievement. Write his achievement. So what was his achievement? He waged a battle against the Sultan of Bijapur and captured Goa. That was his first achievement. In which year? 1510. Very good. In 1510. That was his first achievement. Second achievement. What was his second achievement? What was his second achievement? He made Goa as the administrative center of Portuguese Empire in India. He made that Goa as administrative center. He won Goa, first thing, and he made that as a main center, right? That is also one of his achievement. Understood? Next question. Write the reason for the decline of DECLINE, for the decline of Portuguese power in India. Or same question can also be asked for you like this, or the same question, write the reasons for the failure of Portuguese Empire in India. Any doubts? Is this clear? I hope you all have understood the concepts. Very good. Children, we are going to stop this session here. Okay. In the next session, we discuss about the Dutch. So, what was the intro, how the Dutch came to India, and what are the reasons the Dutch left India. Is this clear? I hope you have understood this class. Right? Fine. Children, still if you have not subscribed our YouTube channel Evershine Coaching Groups, do subscribe it and click the like button, share and comment. Is this clear? And children, the questions or topics whatever we have discussed in today's class, make a note of this and start revising on that part, so that it will be very much helpful for you. Let the question will be asked from any corner of the textbook, you should be ready to answer that question. Right? Very good, children. Wish you all the best of luck. Do well. Keep watching.